Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is 13th November 2024. In this video, I'm going to generate different supply demand zone reports useful to the premium subscribers. Let me start with finding the stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames, starting with half-yearly time frame. Let's find the stocks near half-yearly demand zone. One stock is filtered. I'm giving you only few seconds time to watch the report. I request you pause the video, study the report, and after that you can proceed further. In case if you does not understand how to study the report, I request you complete our training lesson 21.1. In that video I have explained each and every column, their values, abbreviations in detail. So next, for half yearly time frame, let's find the stocks near half-yearly supply zone. No stocks are available. Next time frame is quarterly. Let's find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Next, for quarterly time frame, let's find the stocks near quarterly supply zone. 1 stock is filtered. Next time frame is monthly. Let's find the stocks near monthly demand zone. 14 stocks are filtered. Next, for monthly time frame, let's find the stocks near monthly supply zone. Only 1 stock is filtered near to the monthly supply zone. Next, for monthly time frame, let's find the stocks where price closed inside the monthly demand zone. And this monthly demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, at monthly time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value I am setting 0. That means zone is not pierced. Zone achievement not required. And let me filter. We got, these are the first 21 stocks where price closed inside the monthly demand zone. Scrolling the list down. So total 25 stocks are filtered. In these 25, there could be high probability setup stocks might be available based on the EMA Confluence, monthly EMA Confluence. So in the EMA Confluence, monthly time frame, monthly demand zone having monthly EMA Confluence, but it should not be sideways trend. So that's why in the zone violation trend at monthly time frame I am selecting up or down trend. So trending market. Now the list is come down to 16. All these 16 stocks prices closed inside the monthly demand zone, and also they are having monthly EMA Confluence. Okay, next for monthly time frame, let's find the stocks where price closed inside monthly supply zone. And these monthly supply zones should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, monthly time frame, minimum value is 0, maximum value is 0. That's fine. We got 2 stocks. Let's check any of these stocks are having a monthly EMA Confluence. Monthly supply zones having monthly EMA Confluence. None of them are having. Okay, next time frame is weekly. Let us find the stocks near weekly demand zone. We have good number of stocks near weekly demand zone. These are the first 16 stocks. I am scrolling the list down. So total 25 stocks are filtered. Okay, next for weekly time frame, let's find the stocks near to the weekly supply zone. Only 2 stocks are filtered near to the weekly supply zone. Next, weekly time frame, let us find the stocks where price closed inside weekly demand zone. So these weekly demand zones should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, weekly time frame, I'm setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means weekly zone is not pierced. Weekly demand zones. Let's filter. We got a big list. These are the first 17 stocks. I'm scrolling the list down. Up to 32 stocks. Again, I'm scrolling the list down. So total 45 stocks are filtered. In these 45 weekly demand zones, how many are having weekly EMA Confluence? Let's verify. In the EMA Confluence, weekly time frame, weekly demand zone with weekly EMA Confluence. And the EMA Confluence should not be in sideways. It should be either up or down, trending market. So weekly time frame, I'm selecting trend up or down. So let me filter the stocks. Now the list is come down to 17. In these 17 weekly demand zones, they are having weekly EMA Confluence and price is currently closed inside the weekly demand zone. Okay, this is about in price closed inside weekly demand zone. Next, for weekly time frame, let us find the stocks where price closed inside weekly supply zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Let's identify how many of these 6 stocks are having EMA Confluence. The supply zones, weekly supply zones, the EMA Confluence, weekly supply zones with weekly EMA Confluence, and also the trend weekly time frame either up or down. Let me filter. We got only one stock. This weekly supply zone is having weekly EMA Confluence. Okay, next. Some mistake we did here. Entry zone should be supply zone. This is filter we did not set earlier. Pierced count weekly time frame also we have to 0, 0. Inside weekly supply zone, zone variation trend up or down, EMA Confluence, weekly and pierced weekly. We don't have any stocks. Okay, next time frame is a daily. Entry time frame daily. Let us find the stocks near daily demand zone. So these are the first 15 stocks. I am scrolling the list down. So total 18 stocks are filtered. Now from these, how many high liquidity demand zones we need to filter? Daily demand zones. Aarti Industries is having one high liquidity daily demand zone. Bandhan Bank is having a high liquidity demand zone. Cholamandalam Finance is having a high liquidity daily demand zone. JK Cement is pierced, so not valid. And Mahindra and Mahindra Finance is having a high liquidity daily demand zone. And RBL Bank is having a high liquidity daily demand zone. And Vedanta is having high liquidity daily demand zone. So we identified total 6 high liquidity daily demand zones from this list. Okay. So next, for daily time frame, let us find the stocks where price near to the daily supply zones. Stocks near daily supply zones. We got only 3 stocks. NIFTY IT, but it is not listed in indices. Dixon supply zone is pierced, so not valid. That means we don't have any valid high liquidity daily supply zones from this list. Okay, next for daily time frame, let us find the stocks where price closed inside the daily demand zone. These daily demand zones should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, daily time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means daily demand zone is not pierced. So let us filter the stocks. We got a big list. These are the first 15 stocks. I am scrolling the list down up to 30 stocks. Scrolling the list down. So total 43 stocks are filtered where price closed inside the daily demand zone. Now we need to further filter based on the high probability, that is EMA Confluence. How many of these daily demand zones are having EMA Confluence? So in the EMA Confluence, daily time frame, daily demand zone with daily EMA Confluence. But EMA Confluence is not valid in sideways trend, so we need to eliminate those stocks. For that, in the trend zone violation trend at a daily time frame, I am selecting up or down, but not sideways. Now let's filter the stocks. Now the list is reduced to 5. These 5 daily demand zones are having daily EMA Confluence. Currently price closed inside the daily demand zone. Okay, next let us look into the daily supply zones. So entry daily time frame, let us find the stocks where price closed inside the daily supply zone. And these daily supply zones should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, daily time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Let's filter the stocks. We got only 2 stocks. Currently price closed inside the daily supply zone. Any of these stocks are having daily EMA Confluence? Let's verify. In the EMA Confluence, daily time frame, daily supply zone with daily EMA Confluence. Both the stocks are having, but first one you should not consider because LTF means daily trend is sideways. EMA Confluence does not add any extra advantage. So this is uptrend with EMA Confluence supply zone. But this is a supply zone, uptrend, counter trend related trade setups only you should plan. Okay, this is about daily. Next time frame is 125 minutes. Let's find the stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. 10 stocks are filtered. Next for 125 minutes time frame, let's find the stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 75 minutes. Entry time frame 75 minutes. Let's find the stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Let's identify high liquidities demand zones. First one indices, and it is also pierced, not valid. And NIFTY IT is indices. You can't trade in F&O. GMR Infra is pierced, so not a valid demand zone. So we don't have any valid 75 minutes demand zones from this list. Okay, next for 75 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 75 minutes supply zone. 6 stocks are filtered. we need to identify high liquidity supply zones. Deepak Nitrate is having a 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone and also having high liquidity demand zone, having both high liquidity zones. You may get either side trade opportunities. So that's it. We have only one high liquidity daily 75 minutes supply zone, that is Deepak Nitrate. Okay, next let us look into the next time frame, 25 minutes. Let's find the stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. 8 stocks are filtered. Next 25 minutes time frame, stocks near 25 minutes supply zone. 8 stocks are filtered again. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Let us find stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. 12 stocks are filtered. In these, how many of these demand zones are having ITF confluence? LTF and ITF. That means 15 minutes demand zone confluence with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. In the demand zone confluence, I am enabling this filter, 15 minutes with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. So with this demand zone confluence, from 12 we got 5 stocks. These 5 demand zones are having 75 minutes confluence. That means 15 minutes demand zone is part of the 75 minutes demand zone. Okay, next for 15 minutes time frame, let's find the stocks near 15 minutes supply zone. 12 stocks are filtered. In these 12 supply zones, we need to look for ITF confluence. That means 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence. So I am enabling the filter, 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence. With this filter, we got only one stock. Is this supply zone having ITF confluence? Let's verify. That is 15 minute supply zone with oh sorry, already we set from 12 we got only one stock. Sorry for my mistake. This supply zone, already here we have filter. This 15 minute supply zone is part of the 75 minute supply zone. Okay, next let us look into, go to the time frame 5 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Let's verify how many of these 5 minute zones are having ITF confluence. That is 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone confluence. I enable the filter. So with this filter, we got 4 stocks. In these 4 demand zones, the 5 minutes demand zones are part of the 15 minutes demand zone. Okay. Next, for 5 minutes time frame, let's find the stocks near 5 minute supply zone. 6 stocks are filtered. In these 6, how many are having again ITF supply zone confluence? That is 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone confluence. I am enabling the filter. With this filter, we got 3 stocks. In these 3 stocks, 5 minute supply zone is part of the 15 minute supply zone. So this is about stocks near demand and supply zones. So next, let us look into NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. Let's start with NIFTY, monthly time frame, generating monthly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. So in this list, always look into the zone column to find the high liquidity zones. Look into the pierced column to find any pierced zones. and also look into the LTF trend to check the time frame for the to check the trend of the current time frame you have selected. Current time frame always LTF. Always apply these rules for the other reports also. And also don't forget to pause the video when you are shifting from one report to another report, because I am giving you only few seconds time. Okay, next time frame is weekly, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is a daily, generating daily supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 125 minutes, generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 75 minutes, generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 25 minutes, generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. The next time frame is 15 minutes, generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. The next time frame is 5 minutes, generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. And all these supply zones, only last two demand zones. So I am scrolling the list down so that you can look for more demand zones. Okay, this is about NIFTY supply demand zone chain. Next, let us generate BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. That is nothing but NIFTY Bank. Let's start with monthly time frame, generating monthly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is weekly, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is daily, generating daily supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. The next time frame is 125 minutes, generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 75 minutes, and this is 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 25 minutes, and this is a 25 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 15 minutes, 15 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. And the last time frame is 5 minutes, generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. So this is about BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. Now let us generate the next set of reports, bullish and bearish trade setups for monthly, weekly and daily income trades. Let's start with monthly income trade bullish trade setup, entry time frame daily, entry zone demand zone, bullish or bearish trade setup at daily. I am selecting bullish. The daily demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, daily time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means zone is not pierced. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhance score 12. All three filters are applied to daily demand zone. We got 12 stocks. All these 12 are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. That is entry time frame, daily demand zones. In these 12 daily demand zones, there could be some high probability setup stocks might be available. We need to filter them. So first let me check LTF, ITF demand zone confluence. That is a daily and weekly demand zone confluence. So with this filter from 12 stocks, we got 7 stocks. In all these 7 stocks, the daily demand zones are part of the weekly demand zone. Okay, because the daily is part of the weekly and the weekly trend is uptrend, if any of these zones are having weekly EMA confluence, they are even more high probability setup. Let's verify. The EMA confluence at weekly time frame, weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. With this filter, we got 3 stocks. These 3 are even more high probability setup supported stocks. Okay, next let us look into LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone confluence. So I have to remove this EMA filter. In the demand zone confluence, 3 filters we have to set. Already one filter is enabled, daily with weekly zone confluence. Next, daily demand zone with monthly demand zone confluence, and a weekly demand zone with monthly demand zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we can get LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone confluence stocks. We got 3 stocks. In all these 3 stocks, daily zone is part of the weekly zone, both together again part of the monthly zone. And monthly trend is up for all the 3 stocks. If any of these zones are having monthly monthly EMA confluence, they are even more high probability setup supported stocks. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence at monthly time frame, because daily and weekly together are part of the monthly zone. That's why monthly demand zone with monthly EMA confluence filter is enabled. With this filter, we got all the 3 stocks. All the 3 stocks are even more high probability setup supported stocks. Okay, next let us generate bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame daily, entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup, at daily I am selecting bearish. These daily supply zones should not be pierced. So in the pierced count daily, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is VOZ, minimum odd enhancer score 12. All 3 filters applied to daily supply zone. We did not get any bearish trade setup stocks for monthly income trade. Okay, next let us look into the week bullish trade setup weekly income trade. Entry time frame 75 minutes. Entry zone demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes, entry zone I am selecting bullish. And these 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So at 75 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score 12. All 3 filters are applied to 75 minutes demand zone. We got 9 stocks supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. That is entry time frame and entry zones are 75 minutes demand zones. In these 9 75 minutes demand zones, there could be some high probability supported demand zones might be available. Let's verify. Based on LTF and ITF demand zone confluence. That is 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence. The filter is enabled. With this filter, we got all the 9 stocks. In all these 9, the daily zone is a part of the 75 minutes demand zone is part of the daily demand zone. The 75 minutes trend is up. Let us verify, not 75 minutes, daily trend, because ITF is daily. 75 minutes zone is part of the daily zone. So that's why if the daily demand zone is having daily EMA confluence, they are even more high probability setup stocks. So out of these 9, we need to filter. So in the EMA confluence, at daily time frame, daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence, we got 5 stocks. All these 5 stocks are even more high probability setup supported stocks. Okay, next LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. we have to filter. I am removing EMA filter. LTF, ITF, HTF, that is 75 daily and weekly. Already 75 with daily is enabled. Next 75 demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence. Daily demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence. With all the three filters, we got 7 stocks. In all these 7 stocks, 75-minute zone is part of the daily zone, both together again part of the weekly zone. And weekly trend is up in all the stocks except first two. So from 3rd to 7, any of these stocks are having a weekly EMA confluence. They are even more high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence, at weekly time frame, weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence filter is enabled. Now we got 6. All 6 are having a weekly EMA confluence. But first one you need to ignore because it is a sideways trend. Sideways EMA confluence does not give any extra advantage. So you have to ignore the first stock. From this list. So this is bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame 75 minutes. Entry zone, supply zone. Bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes time frame. I am selecting bearish. The 75 minutes supply zone should not be pierced. So at 75 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. And zone achievement violated, opposing zone, minimum odd enhances score 12. All three filters are applied to 75 minutes supply zone. We got 14 stocks. All these 14 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame is 75 minutes. And entry zone is supply zone, 75 minutes supply zones. So in these 14, there could be some high probability setup supported supply zones might be available. We need to filter them. First filter is based on LTF and ITF supply zone confluence. That is 75 minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence. We got 9 stocks from 14. In all these 19, the 75 minute supply zones are part of daily supply zone. If any of these daily supply zones are having daily EMA confluence, they are even more high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence at a daily time frame, daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence, we got 8 stocks, all 8. So they are high probability setup supported stocks. Next, let us look into, even Nifty 50 is also there in this list. Next, let us look into LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence. So I am removing EMA filter. In the supply zone confluence, 75 with daily supply zone confluence is enabled. 75 minute supply zone with weekly supply zone confluence. And daily supply zone with weekly supply zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we get so in these 4 stocks, 75 minute supply zone is part of the daily, both together again part of the weekly. And the weekly trend is sideways in all the 4, no need to check for EMA confluence. Okay, this is about bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, bullish trade setup for daily income trade. So daily income trade entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone, demand zone. Bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes, I am selecting bullish. These 15 minutes demand zones should not be pierced. So at 15 minutes time frame, entry zones, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means zone is not pierced. Zone achievement violated, opposing zone. Minimum odd enhances score 12. All three filters are applied to 15 minutes demand zone. We got only one stock supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade, that is entry time frame 15 minutes demand zone. Let us check if this demand zone is having high probability setup. Let's verify LTF and ITF demand zone confluence. That is 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. Yes, this is having a ITF confluence. That means this demand zone is part of the 75 minutes demand zone. 75 minutes trend up. Let us check whether it is having any daily EMA confluence. The EMA confluence at daily time frame, something mistake here, in the EMA confluence at 75 minutes time frame, because ITF is 75 minutes. The 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence filter we did not get. Okay. Next, let us verify whether HTF confluence is also there for that stock. So in the demand zone confluence, two more additional filters. 15 minutes demand zone with daily confluence, 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence with all the three filters. We did not get any stocks, LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Okay, this is about bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for daily income trade, entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone, supply zone. And in bullish or bearish trade setup 15 minutes, I am selecting bearish. The 15 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 15 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhances score 12. And all the three filters are applied to 15 minute supply zone. We got 12 stocks. All these 12 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade. That is entry time frame is entry zone is 15 minutes supply zone. In these 12-15 minute supply zones, there could be some high probability supported stocks might be available. Let us verify based on first filter based on LTF and ITF supply zone confluence. That is 15 minute supply zone with daily supply zone, 75 minute supply zone. With this filter, we got 7 stocks. In all these 7 stocks, 15 minute supply zones are part of the 75 minute supply zone. And 75 minutes trend is down. If any of these 7 stocks are having 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence, there could be even more high probability setup. So at 75 minutes time frame, 75 minutes supply zone with daily EMA confluence filter, we did not get any stocks. No EMA confluence for 75. Okay, fine. Now I am removing this EMA filter. Next, let's verify LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence. That is 15 minutes daily and 15 minutes 75 and daily supply zone confluence. Already 15 with 75 minutes supply zone confluence is enabled. Next 15 minutes with daily supply zone confluence, and also 75 minutes supply zone with daily supply zone confluence with all the three filters. So this one stock is having 15 minutes, 75 minutes and daily supply zone confluence. and the daily trend is down, if it is having daily EMA Confluence, it is even more high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA Confluence at a daily time frame, because 15 minutes and 75 together part of the daily zone, and the daily supply zone is having a daily EMA Confluence, it is even more high probability setup. Yes, it is having daily EMA Confluence. So it's a high probability trade setup stock. And moreover, it is a high liquidity, 15 minutes, high liquidity supply zone. Okay, this is about bearish trade setup for daily income trade, and the final report, let us generate stop buffers based on daily ATR. First 17 in this list are indices and remaining all are equity stocks. I am scrolling the list down, whichever the stock you want to refer there, you please pause the video. Okay, I am scrolling the list down. And this is the complete list. Hope this information is useful to you. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.